Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. And I'm on one of those talks from the easy chair, whatever you want to call it, fireside chats. I don't have the fire going too much, although I got to check it. It's been steady for quite a while. 190 and 161, getting low. I'll let it go for now. Okay. I don't know how long this is going to be. I just had some things that I wanted to talk about, some screenshots I've done, and just an article I want to cover along the lines of "if you never hear from me again" type thing. So this is kind of will come under a heading. Eventually, it'll be in my playlist. I've got several playlists with directives for the OzArk Plateau in the title, and I'll put this in there, and all the other ones I've done like this in different settings. So what I want to talk about is a few updates, and this is just going to be quick, and then I want to get into an article that I wanted to cover. You see on the screen there, Will Smith, I Am Legend. Exactly 13 years to the day from the release of that movie was the first person taking the stupid 19 vaccine, the first healthcare worker. And if you haven't seen it, watch the videos of, this woman's, she's just had the vaccination, and she's at a podium and passes out. I mean, just probably dropped dead, but, had a seizure or something. Her brain went screwy and just shut down. So, yeah, good stuff. Take it if you want to die. Okay, so this is, another thing, I'll show you the video this is from. You may have heard of the guy named the Jonathan Kleck, and he does some weird stuff. I'm telling you, that's what this is from, and I'll show you the screenshot of the video it's from. Shout out to him. He's got some awesome stuff, but a lot of it's pretty weird, pretty far out there, but good stuff overall. So, first person in America to receive the COVID-19, stupid 19, was December 14th, 2020. Get out of there, young turds. December 14th, 2007, the movie I Am Legend is released. To the day, December 14th. Just a coincidence, nothing to see here. Move along. You can read the article here. You can see it. I Am Legend film, probably it looks like Wikipedia to me. This is the video I took this from, screenshots from. Let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block. Yeah. These evil people are going to be judged, and that's what, that's what the book of Revelation is about. Judgment coming upon Babylon. Do not be partaker in Babylon's sins, so you will not be partaker in her judgments. Okay, if you have secret sins, if you have problems in your life, get rid of them. Get cleaned up. Get your life cleaned up. Start working for a living. Weights and measures, and just start living by principle. Which is one of the things. The real thing I really want to talk about. Some of the principles I want to get across to people. One of them is, if you want to eat, work. If you want to have just weights and measures, give somebody fair trade for what you're buying, things like that. Be a person that's a stand-up person, honor your word, shouldn't even have to be a question there, but in this day and time, this is nice. I'm sorry. Don't get seasick. Gliding rocker. Okay, it's not a rocker, it's a glider. Healthcare workers become first U.S. recipients of COVID-19. December 14, 2020, 4:44 p.m. I'm going to go into timestamps too here in a minute. There's a guy, Real History Channel, RHC, Real History Channel. Look him up, Mike King. He's got a good article on Stupid 19, and then there's going to be Stupid 20 and Stupid 21. Okay, so this is from the Jonathan Kleck video. It shows the arch, the Arch of Baal, and you can see through it the Twin Towers on the one on the left, the black and white one. The thing in the middle, I don't know, I can't read it, but it's something he showed. And then the right there is a color photo of the Twin Towers and the Statue of Liberty there. So the towers are out on the seashore, close to the seashore, where they're at, and then I guess you could see the statue. I don't know, Ellis Island. Is it from this arch? You can see it from the arch. So Statue of Liberty is probably that little glowing thing there. Maybe is that about where it's at? Nope. Right smack in the middle between them. I don't know. Anyway, it's interesting. Here's another one with Twin Towers, a DNA thing in the middle there. I don't know what that's about either. I'm just showing you a few slides. And this arch is figured into a lot of movies. I Am Legend is one. The opening scene supposedly has this arch in there and some like shadows coming through, and they get bigger and really big, gigantic. So it's like, he said, it's like, demons coming, a portal with demons coming through. And it shows it in the movie, so very weird. And the movie is about what? It's about a plague, a pandemic, a zombie apocalypse. So put that up with your new movies to watch if you haven't seen it. Not that I'm not really recommending it, but World War Z with Brad Pitt, I would recommend seeing. And just to get an idea of where this all came from, hell being one. One or two, maybe don't watch all of them, but the Resident Evil with whatever her name is. She played the Fifth Element. She was the Fifth Element in the Fifth Element movie. Lilu, yeah. Okay, Twin Towers on the $100, $20 bill there. Blah blah blah. Timestamps 3:34. Look at that. Sunday, December 20th. I just happened to see 3:34. Monday, December 21st. I just happened to see 3:34. And guess what? Tuesday, December 22nd, 3:34. Very bizarre. Now, I normally, the reason I took to hit it, even though it's 3:34, I would screenshot 3:33 because that means get in the arc. 3:33 is 1/3 of one. It's 1/3 of a whole, and in decimals. And outside of 333 is what? 666. So judgment, the stamp of man, carbon. So very interesting. Now I'm wondering if there's a significance there. If you have any ideas, shoot them to me. I mean, in the comment section, let me know, or email me, or call me if it's really important. I was reading older comments today, and I'll tell you what, this is bizarre. One subscriber commented on something that I said in the video. It was one of my OzArk Plateau, Refugium, maps of the OzArk Plateau, how to get to Goshen. There's this playlist of that. If you want it, I'll send you. I'll put it in the description here. I think I'll try to do that since I mentioned it. Maps of the OzArk Plateau, Refugium is the title in the playlist, and I made a playlist of all the videos in that. About 15 videos. It's just map after map after map. All the weird ones about there's always a diamond-shaped thing there of the OzArk Plateau. No matter what it is, whether it's geological or coal or whatever. And if you've watched my video recently on coal and oil, there's coal, oil, and gas all around the OzArk Plateau, but not in the OzArk Plateau. So that's cool. There'll be a wall of fire around it if it lights up. So they say America's going to burn in 1 hour. Well, the OzArk Plateau ain't going to burn, baby. It's undershot with water, not coal and oil. It's got new coal, new gold, new oil. Water and food are going to be the new gold, the new oil. So get that through your head right now. I'm just telling you the truth. I've seen this for 20 years and better. But understand that without food, you're not going to stay alive. If you can't have water, you can't grow food. You've got to have water to stay alive. Really basic, really, But some people are incredibly stupid. They think water comes out of a tap, and they think it comes out of a spigot in the ground. No, I'm sorry, it comes out of the sky, and it comes out of aquifers and springs. It's the only place you're ever going to get water. Lakes, rivers, that from the collection from the rainfall. So, all right, deal with it. Reality. We're going into a time where it's going to be hard, brutal, hardcore reality. And I'm just trying to get that across to all you people. Another one is screenshots that look, timestamps that look like a gate, opening gate. Okay, now 11:11 is one of them, but also 12:21. It's a mirror image, So Sunday, December 13th, Wednesday, December 16th was 11:11, and then Sunday, December 19th was 12:21. So I just thought that was weird, odd, And I do believe that I'm seeing an uplifting. I believe I'm going to see that. I had a hint of it, a promise of it, not a promise, but an offer of a major uplifting. I'm talking millions of dollars, and it was put on the table and then withdrawn just as quickly. And so I honestly incredibly feel for the person that did it, because it was because of pride and arrogance and everything else. Jezebel stuff, completely Jezebel spirit. It was a lure, it was a carrot to draw me in to either cut off my balls or kill me. So, and I knew that. I felt that. I really felt that. And that's why I was kind of a bit hesitant about it. And then suddenly, boom, I was the bad guy. So, yeah, I'm not out at a nickel. I'm not out anything. So I'm not worried about it. But I believe it was it's either the Jezebel thing is going to happen, that I'm saying that Jezebel is going to be taken out of this plane of existence on this earth by Yahweh, and people are going to be freed suddenly, and maybe this person will come back around and, realize, oh man, boy, repent and come back, to put that offer back on the table. But so that's basically what I'm seeing, and I'm believing that's going to happen. So we'll see. It's time for Jehu to say, throw her down, and then run her over with the chariot. I've said that before. Okay, so this clip here, this thing is just, I just thought it was cool. Monkey Works, the military Overwatch. Those 4 dots, blue dots, are the one on the far bottom left is XPL Honduras prison alternative for Gitmo. The spa is Gitmo. And that's on, what is it, Puerto Rico, Cuba, whatever, I don't know. South of Florida there, the spa, Gitmo, wherever that is. And then Terceira Island down in the Azores, almost to Africa, there's a prison there. And then up in Greenland or Iceland, one of the two, is another one up there. Hey, Greenland is ice and Iceland is green. All right. So this is the article I wanted to get on. 20 things you'll need to survive when the economy collapses and the next Great Depression begins. Okay. And the reason I tried to find the article that I wrote, I took this article and I rewrote it from my perspective, from a correct perspective, because this article has some good ideas, but it's pretty messed up as far as priorities. So I started with the number one thing you want to get, number one thing you want to do, and I could not find it anywhere. It's posted on Alt Market, it's posted in Prepared Society. I cannot get them to pull up, and I would have it in my email, but I couldn't find that either. Just couldn't find it. So the number one thing you need, I would say, is boots. Really good boots. They have it in here, but it's not number one. The reason I said it is because you're going to be walking. The reason I say that is because you're going to be walking. Get good boots. Number 2, good clothing. You should be able to survive with the clothes you have on your back, even in extreme cold or heat. Which means you're going to have a backpack to carry stuff in. Better than a backpack is one of these one-wheel or two-wheeled carts for hiking and traveling. Mono wheel or two-wheel, I don't care. Or something you can pull, a good sized wagon. So if you got a family, I got a gorilla cart, which is the biggest one. It's rated at 1,500 pounds. If you know anything about weight, that's 3/4 of a ton. You have a Econoline van, 3/4 ton, 1,500, a Chevy 1,500. The 1,500 means that it'll carry 1,500 pounds. And you can do that, but 1 ton of 1,500 pounds in a pickup truck, a half-ton pickup truck, is too much. It's unstable. It's in a gorilla cart, it would crush it. But you can put a couple 300 pounds on it and still be able to pull it. It's got big fat tires. I've pulled a lot of wood with it. A little young man was here the other day, a friend of mine's son, and I told him to go put that wood down there in the pile, and he put all the wood in the pile. It would have taken me probably 2, maybe 3 trips. I wouldn't have loaded as heavy as he did. I got up the hill with it, amazingly. So that was the heaviest that's ever been loaded. I wish I could have scaled it and weighed it and see what it was. All right, the reason I did this is because I want to show this article. So we are going to go into a depression, no question. Most people would last a little more than a month of what they have stored up in their homes. If you can't last, you better have 3 days stuff, 72 hours. You should have several weeks of supplies in your house. All it would take for the entire United States to resemble New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina would be for a major war, a terror attack, a deadly pandemic, or massive natural, I mean a real pandemic, not this stupid thing they got going on right now. The dumpidity. So I'm not going to read all this. You can look up the article and read it. I just want to make a few comments on the items that they have in here. And you can hear my voice is going, so here's my water bottle. Bottle. Or coffee cup. I don't want to drink coffee. No! Alright. Look at natural disasters that happen everywhere, and you can, mentioned Haiti, Iceland. I don't know what happened in Iceland, but Haiti was the big bad earthquake that killed a bunch of people. Nuclear, chemical, biological weapon, blah blah blah. EMP, lights out. If you have not, let me just say this. If you have not listened to me read Lights Out, get the playlist, or I'll link it here since I mentioned it. I'll try to remember that one too. There is a playlist with all 242 of my readings on it. Some guy stole my playlist and put it up on his channel, and I can't find it, or I don't know. I can't get it on my channel. I have one with 110 of them, but there's 242. That's not even half of them. It took me 242 videos to get through the book. If you have not read the book, if you haven't read it, read it. Get it and read it. Yeah. If you have not listened to me read it, do that. Because I do commentary too. Get that book, read it, memorize it. It's got hundreds of hardcore, real life, down to earth, basic, practical things that you need to know to stay alive. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say. Get it, read it. Listen to me read it. Something like the Spanish influenza would kill tens of millions. Yeah, if there was something real like a flu, like the Spanish influenza, not this joke that they have going. What a retard thing. Stupid 19, Even without that, the truth is that the U.S. economy is going to collapse, okay? It's going to collapse. Are you prepared? Food, that's what they put at the top, number one. Food is not your number one concern. Let me just try to get that across to you. Food is not your number one concern. Your number one concern is your body, is you're staying warm and staying cool. If you're in the desert, you got to stay cool. If you're during the winter, you got to stay warm. Your number one concern is clothing, and then shelter. Shelter is your number one clothing, but clothing is shelter. You should be able to just stand outside in 30 below zero and be fine. Get clothing that can do that. I mean, I've got over here a Carhartt coveralls. If you don't know what they are, oh, what the heck? Pull them over here. Something like some kind of heavy-duty coveralls that'll keep you warm, and you can take off and put on really quick. And these are, you see farmers in them. They come in black, and you can get things in different colors. Kind of like just ski pants, ski coveralls, but. There you go. You see there. Right there. Carhartt. And they're just bib coveralls. The black ones are heavier insulated for winter. I have a pair of them somewhere. Bought them in the thrift store for 95 cents. I've never seen them again. Someday maybe I'll find them. Okay, so the rats haven't made a nest out of them, shredded them for bedding. Clean water, yeah. Now, water is more important than food because, let me get this through your head. If you haven't heard me say this before, if you haven't read this before, survival is a rule of threes. You can go 3 weeks without food. You can go 3 days without water. You can go 3 hours without shelter. So shelter is your number one. You're going to die in 3 hours. If you're in the Rockies or if you're outside in the wintertime, you got about 3 hours before you die of hypothermia. You're not going to freeze to death, but you're going to die of stupid. That's what you're going to die of. So, have clothing, good boots for walking. And I'm just only going to say that's what I'm going to say on that. So your number one concern is shelter. That means clothing, number one, and then some kind of a tent, baby sack. If you don't know what a baby sack is, look it up. a good tent, not a Walmart tent. If I had $1 for everybody that's bought a Walmart tent and destroyed it within the first time they used it, I'd be a millionaire. Okay, don't get a Walmart tent. Get a real tent. There are a few decent ones at Walmart, which I should talk about. I've said that before, but I need to do that. A single pole teepee tent of different kinds. Great. What is that? Great. OzArk Trails. Walmart carries their teepee tent, and that's pretty good because it gives you decent shelter from wind. The main thing going to destroy your tent is wind, and then some. I put up a good tent out there, OzArk Trail, a shower tent, and it's the whole south side is gone, just gone, it's rotted away to nothing. So they don't last forever. You gotta take care of them, keep them out of the sunlight. Okay, so shelter, number one, and number one on that is clothing. Number two, shelter. Number three, water. Number four, food. In that order. 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 Don't argue with me. Just do it. Listen to me. If you don't listen, you're stupid, and you're going to die of stupid. I had somebody I tried to argue with, telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you're stupid. Come on. What the heck? Back one more. There we go. Oh, I'm not on the article. How did I get on the stupid screenshot? Oh, because it's on screenshots. Oh, I'm sorry. I was on screenshots. Okay. I'm trying to scroll up. It's not an article. It's screenshots. Okay. Most people can survive a number of weeks without food, but without water, you'll die in just a few days. Okay. Good idea. They have that down. Good. Good. Do you have a plan? No. Besides storing water, figuring out how you're going to gather the water if society breaks down. Another thing is water purification tablets. Filter, a good filter, British brick filter or a pump filter of some kind. Do your research on that. There's a bunch of different kinds. There's little pump filters, but they don't put out a lot of volume. Gravity drip filters are the best because you pour water in it. They're bigger, but if you're going to be stable somewhere, you can pour water in it, and you get about a gallon an hour is what you get out of it. So a gallon, for one of those for 4 people is okay. Shelter, yeah. See a reflective tarp back there, and they got I can't show you, kind of scroll up on it. There's a lantern down there, so they got a lantern putting off heat, reflecting back against them. You don't want light if you're out in the woods, though. That's just going to get you killed. You can't sleep on the streets? Sure you can. You lost your home, suddenly where would you go? Blah, 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 blah. Several plans. Warm clothing. Okay, they finally come, no, before they come to warm clothing. Why it took them that long, I don't know, because it should have been the first thing. If you plan to survive for a long time in a nightmare economic condition, you're probably going to need some warm, functional clothing. If you live in a cold climate, that's going to mean plenty of blankets and cold weather clothes. Yeah, get it real. It's actually possible to freeze to death. It's really hard to freeze to death. You're going to die of hypothermia, but not freezing to death. Freezing to death is very rare. You're gonna die of stupid before you freeze to death. Stupid meaning you let your neck get cold, your blood got cold, your brain gets foggy, and then you kill yourself with an axe or chainsaw or something stupid, or you shoot yourself with a gun because your brain is not functioning right. So very few people freeze to death. It's very, very, very rare. Number 5, an axe. Get an axe. I wish I could show that one. That was a cute. This girl's got like pedal pushers, knee-high shorts on and knee-length shorts on, and just kind of sandals or something. But anyway, it's get an axe. Yeah, that's very good. There it is. Okay, there it is. Very good. Now that doesn't look like an axe. It looks more like a splitting mold to me. But whatever, they're calling it an axe. You know what they're talking about. As long as things are staying warm, get a good axe. Yeah. I want to have firewood. I've been stressing that forever. So if you haven't listened to me, get a good splitting axe and get a real axe, a S-Swing Camp axe. Get some kind of an axe that's a general purpose axe for like cutting trees down. I like mine most because I use it as an axeroon. I bellied out put a point on the back of it, on the bottom of it, so I can spit it with a piece of wood and pick a piece of wood up with it. It's a pickaroon, basically, an axeroon. It's a lot more practical because I can do a lot of things with it. I can chop with it and plus pick up wood with it. Lighters are matched. You got to be able to start a fire. Duh, hello. You want something to start a fire with? You rub sticks there? No, sorry. Don't rub sticks together. Yeah, it's coming quite handy, blah, blah, blah. Hockey boots or comfortable shoes. This is number 1. Number 1. You got to be able to travel. Now this one, look at what they're wearing there. I put my money on the people with the girl with the leather looking moccasin boot looking things there. Flip flops ain't gonna cut it. Tennis shoes, yeah, if they're really good ones. When I worked on the freight handling in Denver, I wore Nike Air high top tennis shoes, and they were great. They lasted me for years and years and years. I said, "What are you wearing your good Nikes for?" And I said, "Because I don't want to wear my good boots." So, high top pair of really good tennis shoes would be a good thing to have, or just good hiking boots. I have Timberland. I really like Timberland. You know, New Balance, whatever. Just get some good hiking boots. Flashlight and lantern, and/or lantern. Get LED headlight. I put it back in the thing so I can't show it to you. Or just get a Uncle Festus bulb. Not really directional, but it works, you know. I didn't get the hangers with those. That stinks. I have to order some light. Oh, yeah, if you don't understand, there's a guy, Selko, that lived through Bosnia, and Furfow lived through Argentina collapse. Read their stuff. At least get online and subscribe to their thing, and they'll send you a newsletter every once in a while. They'll give you information. They'll try to sell you stuff. Come to my class. I got a webinar going on. Get those stuff because they got a lot of good ideas. One of them, Furfow, says an LED headlight is worth its weight in gold in the collapse. He says you can't sit there and hold a flashlight this hand and work with two hands. So get LED headlights, mainly rechargeable ones. The battery thing is dumb. Solar powder cranksaw flashlights, yeah, those are good. Cranksaw, I had a squeezy one. Bought it in 1999, Y2K. We sold them for a while. And I found one that was 20 years old, and it still worked just fine. No batteries. Don't get one with batteries. Get one with capacitors. Capacitor will last forever. Batteries go bad, and then it rots. Acid leaks and whatever, and it ruins the flashlight. If you're going to get a crank or something like that, get one that does not have batteries. Capacitor only. There's shake-up ones. Nightstar was one we sold. Bounced off the floor for a terrazzo tile floor. We bounced it off the floor literally like a basketball for 3 days and then sold it. Still worked. Radio, yeah, whatever. Communication, this is a message in a bottle. You need to have a little bit better than message in a bottle, because it ain't gonna do you any good. It's a joke. Smoke signal. One lady talked about smoke signal. I'm like, come on, get real. Don't be stupid. Stupid's gonna get you dead. Get some little GMRS radios, Midland or Cobra, Cobra will 38 mile. They'll go a mile or two anyway. They say they're 38 mile. That's across a lake, maybe, but yeah. If the Earth is flat, then they work 38 miles. If you have flat water to go across. Swiss Army knife, yeah, great. So you got Axe, Swiss Army knife, and personal hygiene. This is such a back and forth weird stuff, Axe, blah, blah, blah. Something else, yeah. Real thing, clothing, and then Swiss Army knife, yeah, whatever. So, what would you do without toilet paper? Get a freaking redneck bidet bottle. Hold that thought. 28 minutes already, holy crap. Okay. 500 milliliter, 8 ounce laboratory wash bottle. You get them on eBay, Amazon, whatever. They come with a tube that goes down here so that when you're using them to wash a wound, you can use it upright and it takes the water from the bottom. Just pull that out. Make sure you get one that has so you can just pull that out. Yeah, just yanked it out. And then you just it's got an angle. If you can heat that up a little bit and bend it if you need to, but just so you're holding the bottle behind you, and then it squirts back. You can bend that however you want it. And maybe using it for females, you're going to use it in a different angle anyway. So just deal with that. But get one of those because that's worth. Done things the last 10 years. Even the junky ones that were not Nalgene. The first one I got was Nalgene. If I knew where it was right now, I'd still be using it after about 12 years or so. So those things are worth like 1,000 cases of toilet paper. Put a price on 1,000 cases of toilet paper and then go buy one of these. Don't be stupid. Stupid's going to kill you. Lack of hygiene is going to kill you. Lack of sanitation is going to kill you. Don't be stupid. My granddaughter one time, I was grousing about, I said, I was sitting at the computer and I'm going, man, so many people are going to die, you know. And she said, Grandpa, you beat yourself up too much over this. Jesus said when the Tower of Siloam fell, that it fell on the just and the unjust. When judgment comes, and it's coming, Grandpa, you know that, and I know that. When judgment comes, bad people are going to die, but good people are going to die too. They were good people, Grandpa. They were just dumb people. Okay, don't be dumb people. All right. What happens when you finish your last roll of toilet paper? Oh, gee, I don't know. I'm going to do this. I'm going to wipe it with a rag. Why would you wipe? You know, when COVID hit, people in Europe all over the world, they went out and bought beans and rice. Americans bought toilet paper. Who are the stupid people? Stupid is going to kill you. Disease is going to kill you. If you think you're going to have enough toilet paper, or you're planning on using toilet paper until you die, you're going to die a lot sooner than if you didn't use toilet paper. Stop using it now. Get used to doing it right. So you need those things. Someone, you know, if you can't buy them, do something else. First aid kit, medical supplies, blah 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 blah. More serious note, extra gasoline. Yeah, that's if you can drive anywhere. If you can't drive anywhere, don't buy gasoline. That's just stupid. Another stupid. Boots, walk them. Boots are made for walking. That's what just will do. Sewing kit, yeah, whatever. I mean, good idea, yes. Self-defense equipment. Yeah. This guy's got an axe. Looks like a zombie guy. Yeah. Okay, so get an axe. Multiple purpose tool. It's a weapon. It's a, you know, if you see somebody walking, some skinny woman walking into a convenience store with a fireman's axe, get out. This woman walked into one and they're sitting there talking with this guy and then the guy turned back to the register and she killed him with the axe. Right in the head. Okay, whether it's pepper spray to fend off wild animals or something more robust, fend off wild humans, millions of people will one day be thankful they had something to defend themselves with. Okay, whatever. A compass, yeah. You gotta know where to go. And that is very important. Ability to read map and compass, to use a compass and read a map. The Green Beret Map and Compass course, you should get that book if you can. Find it, get it, read it. Teach you how to follow map and compass. And on that subject, because you need to know how to walk. You know, if you're in Ohio or New Jersey or whatever and you're going to walk here, you need to know how to get here. So, hiking backpack, yeah, that's not a hiking backpack. Get a backpack with a detachable butt pack. You put your survival gear in your butt pack and you don't ever take it off when you're out in the woods. Never, ever, for any reason whatsoever. If you're going to jump in the river, just jump in the river with your butt pack on. If you're going to fall off a cliff, fall off the cliff with your butt pack on. Ditch your backpack, your extra junk that you don't need. If you have to bug out, what are you going to do? What are you going to carry your survival supplies in? Get a backpack. Community. Now this obviously is a black and white, looks like a Depression era picture and probably is, but that's the kind of person you want, you know, on your team. Somebody that's hard bitten, leather face, you know, looks like they've survived a lot, because they have survived a lot. During a long-term crisis, it is those who are willing to work together that have the best chance of making it. Your family, friends, church, local group, have a community. Backup plan. The number one thing, you know, I think I changed it to number one thing you need. This is the first thing you need, but you need a plan. And most people don't have a plan at all. That's number one thing. And then boots and whatever, but nobody has plans. So that's why I've been planning for this time for 20 years plus. So I've got plans for everybody. But backup plan for all your food stores. If you had a bug out location, but so you got there and people are there with arm, you know, already defending it, and you're on the outside and you don't have any way to get in, you're out. You're SOL. That stands for shit out of luck. You're up shit creek without a paddle. U.S. use grains or roots has to make half a loaf of bread for each of the people. 300 million people in the United States. 300 million people. There's 500 million people. Don't be stupid. Stupid's going to kill you. Now's the time to prepare. The U.S. economy is going to collapse, and hard times are coming. Will you be able to survive when it happens? Okay, that's all I'm going to say there. So, now I'll do another video on the principles. One of them is don't give machine guns to monkeys. Never give machine guns to monkeys. You know, Everything has more than one use, so just improvise, adapt, overcome. All right, I'm going to close this one out because it's a really long time already. All right, this is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are the remedy. If you're listening to me, please listen to me because this may be the last time you ever hear me. And I'm saying that like I said, not because of me, but because of you. Communication is going to break down. The internet's going to go down at some point, and we won't be online much. And different things could happen. Where you're at, you could go into some kind of one of the cities that gets hit. Chinese troops are going to be coming across the border. Russian troops are going to be coming across the borders. Invasion from both coasts and both borders at some point in time. I don't care. You laugh at me if you want. Go ahead and laugh. I'll laugh last. All right. This is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you're the remnant. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Be praying. Be praying for everyone in this country. Pray for your family. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for me, please. Time for this thing to get going. It's time for the work that I've done for all these years to come to fruition and to actually manifest and be of use to someone. By that I mean there needs to be a headquarters. We need to have a headquarters. And I need to be able to communicate with people around the country and around the OzArk Plateau and have transportation too. I mean, I desperately need that. So be praying for that. And I know some of you are praying for me. I know there's a widow out there in Gretchen. I love you. Thank you so much for your prayers and your money. Your widow's mite is worth more to me than $10,000. So, and it will be. One widow sent me $100, and I said, "May this be blessed back to you 20,000 times, about 20,000 times." And she got married to a farmer, and I said, "Your $100 was blessed back to you 20,000 times." I said, "This guy's worth at least $2 million," and he was. So she was very deeply blessed, very greatly blessed. So, widows are going to be a key factor in this whole setting up of the kingdom of God. I guarantee you. Believe me or not, but and if you are a widow, pray. I ask you for your prayers, and in some cases, I ask for your action. Get out and do something for other people. Don't just sit on your ass, sit on your wealth, and think you're rich because you're not rich. If you're not willing to help someone with your money, you are a pauper in the kingdom of God. You're worthless. You're a beggar. And if you're not willing to do something to help other people, or not able to help other people, and I know people that are rich, they think they're rich, but they're not. They're not rich at all. They cannot help other people. They're not capable of helping other people because they're so controlling. The Jezebel spirit is a bad, evil, destructive spirit. All right, I'm going to say no more. Good night. Pasta lasagna. Hasta la vista, baby.